Hey guys, I'm here in my studio with Seth, and we want to do more of these before you buy. People seem to be liking them, so my mom loves it, so I do whatever she likes.
She's a good woman, so
she is, yeah. So she said, "Do it," because I want to buy some gear. So yeah, we've done a bunch of other things, and now we've got the Elinchrom ELB500.
Yeah, so Elinchrom gave us each a kit to play with. It's a pack kit with 2 heads, 500 watt seconds, battery powered. So we talked about the ProPhoto B2, we talked about the B1, both battery powered units. To me, I think this is like the mix.
Right. The B1X is 500 watt seconds. The B2 is 250. The B1X is a monolite.
Right.
The B2 is a pack and head system like this one. 2 heads in the pack. So you're basically getting an extra stop of light out of this pack, if you want to look at it that way, versus the B2 right off the bat, just talking specs wise.
It is a bigger physical pack.
It's a little bit bigger. Like you can see, we got this bag here. I don't know how we can see it. The kit that we have has 2 heads.
The most baller bag ever. This is such a nice bag.
This is a great bag.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, it comes with the kit. I believe comes with, and I can say the wrong things because apparently I did in the A1
so
video.
In the
2 heads.
So you get 2 heads, 2 reflectors, 2 different sizes.
Yeah, we got this
cords, battery, obviously, and stuff like that.
This is the baby reflector, which is dented because I dropped it just now.
I just dropped it.
Seth dropped it, so there we go. We see that on the thing with the other dent. But small reflector. This is kind of the standard for the Ranger size.
That's the thing.
Yeah, this is like the Ranger reflector, the Ranger Quadro, I should say.
But you can get these guys, which are adapters for the full-size mount.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
any accessories that were for Elinchrom will fit on these lights.
Exactly.
So you can take this cap off. I don't know, you want to do this part?
I got it. I'm going to do the iPhone.
So, these are the smallest little shower heads ever.
Yeah.
You know? So you press down, you pull it, and now you have an exposed head.
LED modeling light.
LED modeling light and a tube that's easy to change later on down the line, so you can have it.
Super lightweight mount there, so don't put anything too heavy on there.
Umbrella adapter. And if you wanted to, you can just slide this guy on.
Yep.
And now you have a mountable.
Yeah, and this is a nice heavy duty mount, so you want to throw your big accessories on, that's what you want to do.
Yeah. So you're no longer using this socket, you're using a full size socket.
Yeah, as well as having the Elinchrom, standard Elinchrom mount.
So you can use all the Rotolux, use all their amazing umbrellas. I love Elinchrom umbrellas.
We got great umbrellas. So yeah, you get the pack, you get this little rain kit that's in here. We have a couple of remotes, yeah.
Yeah, so the remote.
You don't get the remote as part of the pack, I think it's extra.
So this is the remote.
It's extra.
It's Skyport protocol, but it can also do Odin, which is a big deal.
Yeah, exactly, if you want to do Odin. Now what's cool about Skyport is they've gone open source, I think is what you call it. I'm not like a techie guy, but so basically people can develop stuff for Skyport. They're already putting it in the Seconic meters. Other things are having it. There's there's a series of really powerful underwater LED lights, which I actually did a video about for Adorama, I think, that also use Skyport. So you've got this protocol on a lot of different things, which is kind of cool. Yeah, it's kind of chunky, I think, the control.
Yeah, so the controls I think was where we fell short on, right?
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite part of this pack. So let's start positive though, I guess.
So, okay.
Yeah, let's do that because I was about to go down to what we didn't like, but I think we usually go positive first.
That's up to you, but there's a big catch on these.
All right, we're gonna hold to the catch.
Okay.
Stand by for the catch.
Stand by. But
so, if people don't know, because I mean, maybe you don't, maybe you're new to lighting or whatever. I feel like there's a lot of hype about like ProPhoto. Like everybody in the world, that doesn't know anything about photography still knows ProPhoto because they've done massive advertising. Well, Elinchrom's a really, really good brand. It's Swedish.
Is it?
Swiss, I think it is. I think they're Swiss. I'm gonna say they're Swiss. Whatever, it's on the internet, so it means it's true. Really good color, really good accessories. The
output is clean.
It's clean. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. So I love these for portraits. These particular lights. In fact, I did a video using this kit with Marissa. We did a couple of different.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Did a couple of different portraits, but I did one where I did the sparkly gold. So if you guys haven't seen that, where I used one of these smaller reflectors and a bigger Rotolux, which is their kind of softboxes. And man, the skin tone on that stuff is so nice.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah. Did you use the Blad with that too?
I think I might have used the Hasselblad with that, yeah. Which, probably contributed. That probably contributed, I'm sure. But yeah, really clean, really consistent color.
Elinchrom's a brand that's been around for so long that there's so much stuff out there for it. And people have been using it for so long that people are aware of the way they feel, the way the quirks and stuff.
Also, I want to point out, since you have that there and you just thought of it, and this is something that Profoto can learn from.
Oh, the extension.
Look at how fucking nice and big this head extension is. This is like 32,000 feet long. Like that's a fucking head extension, not 6 feet, Profoto. Come on. Like that's great. Like you're gonna have a pack. One of the biggest problems, I said this with the B2, is you're almost always gonna put an extension on it. This is a nice long extension, so you got to put the head far away.
So the promo video for this pack was a guy jumping out of a plane with a bunch of other guys jumping out of planes, and he's shooting them. One guy holding the light with the pack on, him shooting. They're lighting the guy falling as he's going.
Yeah, that's kind of extreme.
I mean,
cool.
It's a brand that got woken up, right?
Yeah.
It's been on the shelf for a while, and I feel like they're finally going like, okay, this is a trusted name. Well, let's like put some new stuff out. They're really trying. This, however, I'm going to go to the negative.
He's going to.
You cannot split the power of the heads from the remote. If you're going up a stop, both heads are going up a stop.
Right. The reason for that is because it uses the channel to control the pack.
Right.
So that means that you can't have two different channels from the remote, which means you can't have like two heads, one in channel one in channel B, where let's say compared to the
this
B2.
Doesn't have your radio on it.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
therefore, if
the
this
pack.
is the only unit that's being controlled, then it's the only going to retrieve one signal.
Yeah, so what ends up happening is you can't like do independent adjustment of the heads from the remote, basically.
Yeah, so when you look at it here, you're looking at just one power setting. Like there's nothing you can really do. You take it into TTL and you can split into groups, but still, if you just wanted to split this one power, that's it, 4.1. You're at 4.1. However, if you did want to walk up to the pack and change
you can do
head
that.
A or head B or stop apart, you can totally do that.
The pack can do it, and in fact, the spread on it is crazy, because in the video I did with Marissa with the gold jacket, one of the heads I think is at 0.1, and the other one's at like 5.
Which is like a watt second.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And a really cool plus is it shows you your flash duration.
Yes.
Can we get that?
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, right here, you'll see that the flash duration is 1/884th of a second.
That's right.
So if I change this,
yeah, if you change your power, the flash duration will change.
You can see that now it's 2,000th of a second.
And what's interesting about flash duration is we always say just generally, it is the shortest at the lowest power and the longest at the highest power, but that's not actually 100% accurate. And when you use a pack like this, there's actually somewhere in the middle where it is the shortest, and you can find that spot.
Yeah, people think that, a flash is always going to freeze stuff. That's not true. Yeah. We did one with water. You guys can check out other in the channel where we did water drips and splashes. Yeah. 3,000th of a second wasn't enough for us.
Yeah, it was actually a little bit.
I mean, yeah, so you're if that's an issue for you, like if you're shooting dancers or motion of any type.
Or you pointed out the other day when we were talking about this, things that are really close.
Yes.
The closer you are to something, that speed becomes much more important.
If you think about it, you look down a street, if a car is 4 blocks away and going 100 miles per hour, it still looks like it's kind of slow. If it's right here, boom, it's 100 miles per hour. Exactly. It looks fast. The ratio of the fact that you're next to it changes that. A small drip moving this much of the frame when the frame is this much, well, that's a huge percentage of your frame.
So it really makes a difference for that kind of stuff.
It definitely does.
So knowing that is super great.
100%.
There's also an ELB, maybe we'll do a different video about that, but there is an ELB500, which is pretty awesome, actually.
That thing's got some power.
Yeah.
Another really weird little quirk about this thing is that you can change the screen on it from white to black, black to white.
Which is kind of cool.
Sounds stupid, but anyone who has ever worked with gear and can't see the controls in the sun or something like that totally understands how a dumb little thing like that makes a huge difference.
And also the menu system on this is actually pretty good, which is important when you're starting to deal with lights have become more and more tech, with like apps and screens on them and multiple layers and stuff. Having a well thought out screen is super important. So I give them credit for that.
Yeah. So
it's actually been really cool to use, even though I haven't used it nearly as much as I've been using the Profoto stuff. But for sure, having all that ability is great.
Can you hold it?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold it while you do. What do you want me to hold the pack?
Whatever you want to do. So you can see that really easy.
There we go.
You can see that it's like, now I'm upside down to you, aren't I?
You're good.
So you can see that everything's kind of basically laid out for you.
Yep.
Flash modes, photocell, you can make it into an optical slave. You can change the action, change your recycling time if you want to slow it down for some reason. Extras, and you can, keep background black, change it to white. And now I'm in a whole nother.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
So if I'm in an all dark studio, that's kind of better for me. So when I go back to the screen, that's what I'm seeing in a blacked out studio. If I was in the sun, you might want to go to a black screen and so forth.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm not making a big deal about this, but I love little things that people think
Well, it means that when they were developing this thing, they actually thought about using it as opposed to just tech.
Skyport to Odin 2.
Yep.
Or back to Skyport. So you can. So that's really good for the speedlight system, I think.
Yep.
Right, the Odin speedlights.
Well, the other thing too that you can do with this is stand by while I think of what I was doing. Was talking about. You can mix it with Odin stuff, right? And I think they're also adding the protocols into the Photex line. So if you're upgrading, let's say you're a Photex person, you're moving up to the Elinchrom, you can use some of your stuff.
So we should also mention that firmware is coming out for this to change a few things, and they're aware of the whole split ratio thing and
that's true.
all that stuff. So we don't know when that's coming.
Yeah, but remember in the B2 video, I think I mentioned it, or maybe it was an A1 video, I talked about the idea of like putting a head somewhere that's really small. Like, I mean, this friggin' head
is a shower head.
Yeah, it's so small. So this coupled with the fact that
Put it on my hand.
This coupled with the fact that the head extension is available that's very long means I can run this thing somewhere really, really
You could
tiny.
duct tape this to a wall and it'll hold.
I mean, it weighs nothing, which is actually what I really like about it, and I would use it a lot to boom. Again, I think though this is great for carrying it, but realistically, for me at least, I'm almost always going to use this.
Exactly, 100%.
You know,
100%.
I don't see myself just using this. It's rare.
But it's an option.
It's an option if you just need to throw light somewhere. You can throw a reflector on it.
Easy to hide it in a scene.
Easy to snatch it in the scene, and you're good to go. If you just need like
there's your umbrella.
Yeah, I'm trying to actually bend out the the thing before I put it on.
But I think when they dropped these off to us, we were both like, wow, look at all the ability in this one little bag. We were pretty psyched on that. Is there shortcomings? 100%. Is any lighting not going to have shortcomings? No.
Yeah, and you're like about $2,200, $2,200.
Yeah, so if you don't even have a kit yet, right? So if you're just looking to get going, and it's not just one point of source, I keep saying that. People don't get stuck in numbers of like watt seconds and battery. If I only have one light, I only have one light.
That's true.
If I had the B2, I got two lights, a key anywhere I want to shape my subject and a fill to clean it up.
Yep.
And then I have that ability, but it's double the power.
Yeah, you get that extra stop, which can make a difference. The extra stop means that you can turn the light down lower, off its base, which means that you can then have a shorter flash duration. So all that kind of matters. It's a reasonably bright modeling light LED as well. So yeah, it's a pretty cool system. I mean, thanks Elinchrom for letting us use it. We're probably going to do another video we're saying about some of their boxes because they make very good boxes.
Yeah, don't sleep on Elinchrom's Rotolux boxes and their umbrellas. I'm a huge fan of their deep umbrellas. Yep. I think the shape of their umbrellas is beautiful, and they're again clean. I think that's what you have to relate Elinchrom to is like the clean.
Yeah, clean. That's a great way to describe it. If I'm a portrait photographer and I just want really beautiful light, Elinchrom's modifiers, this system would be really nice for you. I will say you have to think about the fact that you're not going to be able to do as fine tuning of the control from the remote.
Right.
So that's maybe an issue for some people, although honestly it wasn't that big a deal with me using it, but it's something to think about.
If you're on location and that light's far away from you and you're by yourself or something like that, that's going to be an issue. If you're already getting your frame and you're not tripoded up and you're like, oh, I just need this one light down, another stop, you're getting up and changing that frame.
So that's definitely something to consider.
It's 100% something to consider.
Yeah, and in a sense, we're spoiled, right? Because as we actually talked about in one of the other videos, you start using technology and it completely spoils you. Like I would have said 5 years ago, oh, whatever, I walk over to you have assistance. But people want things smaller now. They want it cheaper. They want it faster. I mean, actually, before you got it, I was just doing the shoot before you came. I was by myself, and literally I had brand new, subject on set, not been in front of a camera before. I was using my Pro Photo lights actually, and when I needed to make changes, I didn't have to be like, hold on and walk off set. I literally could just reach up and do it. That's super important for some things. So,
well, if you're working with someone that's going to be anxious and all full of nerves, the last thing you want to do is constantly stop and restart.
Right, because they start to think that they're doing something wrong.
Right.
So yeah, that could be a thing. How to get around it? Make sure you have everything set up before they come. Have somebody helping you. There's lots of things about that. I definitely think though that this is a good system for some people.
Also, the battery is really good. Like we've been using it, and it's never been like, oh, we're almost out.
Yeah, the battery is crazy good. You can charge it while you're going. Elinchrom, of course, makes a whole line of other lights. So
don't quote me on this, but I think it's also like you can put this in water, like and not. That's why the port.
It's like weather resistant.
The port is 2 to 3 inches up. I'll do this.
Yeah, I don't think I would stick it in water, but it definitely has that.
But
kind
that's
of
how far they put it up, so that it wouldn't be an issue if it was like out.
Yeah,
in the
it's not like that Speeditron. That thing's amazing. I love that thing.
The Speedotron Explorer 1900, I think
Oh
it's
my
called.
God, that thing is a beast.
You know, I've always wanted it, and now I'm trying to like move out of the
I know,
pack
but
system,
yeah,
so I
it's
don't know what I'm
true.
gonna do.
But I mean, I'll tell you, that Explorer you can put in water up to the size of the
It
battery.
is a beast. But that's another time. That's another story.
Yeah, we won't talk about that there.
If you guys have any gear
Ooh, it's
that you've
getting
been thinking about, put it in the comments. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
We have a lot of stuff at our fingertips. We're not really sure what you want to see, whether it's new, completely brand new stuff, or older gear that you've heard about. Maybe you're trying to buy used.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we got it.
Yeah, we're gonna pull out some old stuff just to kind of talk about it. Even if we talk in general, because I think it'd be fun to do like before you buy a 4x5, and not a specific brand, but like in general.
Yeah.
We could talk about like what you might want to look for, field camera versus whatever. So let us know.
I have boxes that are full of battle scars on them that I would love to talk about what happened on these things. I think the last time you had me pull out a 6-foot box, it was just like completely stuck together.
And if you want to know anything about constant lights, you'll see that it's getting darker in here as we stand here. So the video, I know you said that. He said it before we started, but yeah, it's
I said let's face this way.
Yeah, but
we're not photographers. Don't
even
worry.
still, the light has changed and now it's dark in here.
We're in an all-white room, but forget
you
that.
know, whatever. We were trying to make it easy. This happens to natural light photographers. I'm using a Sony. I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah,
No offense, Sony people.
But I think that's cool. We just have so much different brand and philosophies of brands and gear at our disposal. You guys seem to be responding to this series. He'll rant in his car about everything you said that pissed him off. So
I'll also say, if you happen to be a manufacturer and you're out there, I'm not going to talk about just about anything though. We're going to be honest.
I will say.
So if you're watching this and you make some kind of crappy LEDs and you want to send them to me, I will talk about them, but they better actually be good because we're not going to lie.
Well, you know, maybe we'll actually, after this video, we'll actually shoot with them and show you what we were just talking about, each feature by feature.
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah, something like that.
We will bring a girl in or a guy.
Or we got Sheila. We always got Sheila.
Yeah. Sheila.
All right, guys. You can follow me at LastXWitness on Instagram and every other social media.
And whatever.
We got some pretty exciting stuff coming up. This has been a huge week.
Yeah. Well, it will be, but by the time you see this, it may have happened already.
Yeah. So whatever.
Whatever.
We'll talk to you in the comments.
Yeah, so please comment, let us know what you want to see. Subscribe, hit the bell, do all your things. We're going to try to do more and more of these. We just need to know. We've got this one and a couple more I think we've done. But yeah, throw us some ideas.
We totally take for granted what we have in this giant closet.
Yeah,
of stuff.
exactly.
So we're not really even. Tell us what's on your mind.
We'll talk about it because we love to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Thank you so much.